Tam fam, I hope you're enjoying all of our videos and enjoying, of course, the show. Now, don't forget to click to subscribe and make sure you click the bell to receive notifications for all of our new videos. In fact, I am clicking to subscribe and I'm going to receive the note. Oh, I got a notification right now. All right, see you soon. Patton, before we talk about the book and now the series, fans everywhere were absolutely heartbroken for you and your family when the news was announced. We did a show at the beginning of the year before the pandemic after Kobe Bryant passed away. And one of our guests said part of grieving, the grieving process, was to find purpose. And a lot of people start foundations. They look for ways to continue on the name. You immersed yourself into this true crime world. Was that part of your grieving process?
I didn't really think of it as part of the grieving process at the time. It was more of I couldn't leave this undone for her. And what I did was I immersed myself in the world that she had created around her of other journalists, policemen, researchers. And I kind of gave all of her unfinished material, all of the unfinished pages and chapters of the book to them, going, please help me structure this. It was about, I knew that that was what was heavily on her mind when she passed, and it almost felt like a gift for her. I had to make sure that this task that she was set on when she passed away was completed.
You know, I did the show Deadline Crime for 6 seasons, and we would have fans, if you will, of the show or people who are obsessed with true crime. And I always thought the connection was exactly how Michelle described it. You want closure for someone. You're not a lawyer, you're not a police officer or a detective, but being able to piece these puzzles is available through technology and passion. When you look back at Michelle's time, is that how the connection evolved for her? Was it the search for justice?
It was the search for a concrete answer in the face of, how are there this many crimes? How are there this many victims and survivors? How is there this much evidence? And this guy has not only has the guy not been caught, but the case has become forgotten when it's left such a kind of swath of destruction. So it was almost like setting things right in reality in a way. I think her and a lot of the people that do what she did now, a lot of these online sleuths are looking for that, are looking for it in some sanity to reality.
Patton, Michelle passed away of an accidental overdose. She'd been dealing with anxiety and depression. Was it tied to this quest for justice for others?
She put 2 stresses on herself, which was trying to finish the book with the the expected delays that any writer knows happens. But then also she really did get to the point where she's like, I think I can solve this and I want to solve this. And I think, talking to all of the families and the survivors really put that weight on her of, I want this to be solved.
How do you resolve that? I mean, you lost your wife, Alice lost her mother. The greater cause for Michelle was to help these families, but the consequences of it is that her own family ended up losing her.
Yeah. I mean, that's something that obviously I deal with all the time, but you don't have any other choice but to live. What's the first thing that you learn when you get through the grief, through the terror of grief? Grief is mainly about terror. That's the first thing you learn, and then once you're put through it, you don't go through it, you're put through it, especially if you have a child. I see so much of Michelle in Alice that you have to live for them.